Hey everybody, it's Ron Ipack, and thank you for joining me on video number 3 of this series on how to boost your car count. I really hope you're getting some really good value out of this. I'm enjoying making these videos and sharing the information. I'm really enjoying all the great positive comments you've been sending along. Keep them coming because it always helps me get pumped up to keep recording these for you. And also, look, if you have any suggestions on what my next video series is going to be, let me know. Okay, I'm always looking for the ideas to come up with and give you the information that you need, and I'll be happy to do whatever I can for you. Okay, so as you'll recall on the previous videos, we talked about effectively boosting your car count, and really a simple formula, which is simply put the right offer in front of the right crowd at the right time. Okay, in the first 2 videos, we talked about the right crowd and the right offer. So no sense in going deeper into that because we've already covered that on the previous 2 videos. Right now, let's talk about the right timing. Okay, right message in front of the right crowd at the right time. Now we're going to talk about the timing. So when is the right time? Well, I'm going to tell you, the right time is right now, not later. Not next week, not next month, not next year. We're talking about right now. Remember, we put the offer in front of the right person. We gave a kick butt offer to them to grab their attention, to cut through all the clutter. We've done all of that work to get them to pay attention. Now, don't drop the ball and just let them off the hook and say, hey, whenever you need us, call us, we'll be here. No, that's not what you want to do. You've done too much work already to get that person to stand up and take notice. We got to get them in right now. Okay, right when they see your offer is the perfect time for them to come in. Look, we don't have a crystal ball, do we? I know I don't. I bet you don't either. So we have no idea when the right time is for that specific individual. There's no way we're going to know that. Sure, you can say, well, okay, we're going to replace the oil every 3 months or 3,000 miles, and for your current customers that you have some sort of record with them. But are you repairing and maintaining all of their cars that they have? The average person has 2 or 3 cars sitting in their driveway. Do you know when each one of them are going to be needing their next oil change? Chances are, no, you have no idea. You have no idea when they're due. And look, in a perfect world, everybody's going to come in right at 3,000 miles or 4,000 miles or whatever you deem is the right time. In a perfect world, they're going to come in the right time, when you tell them they're supposed to. And they're going to take care of all their maintenance exactly when it's time. And they're going to take you up on all the recommendations of service that you give them. As you can tell by looking at your people, they don't do that. Okay, so we're not in a perfect world here. Everybody is going to have their own timing on there. So we don't know. We don't have that crystal ball. We don't know exactly when it's going to happen. And plus, look, we don't have control over Mother Nature. Depending on where you are in the country, maybe you're going to have that extreme climate changes. Maybe you're going to get bitter cold or a heck of a heat wave. You don't know those changes. Those things affect the vehicles. You don't know what's going to be coming up, so you have no idea when the timing is going to be right. So I'm going to tell you the timing is right now. That's the time to get them in. You've sent the right offer to the right crowd. Now you got to get them off their butts and come into the shop right now. Because here's the thing, later never comes. As I talked about in the last video, people are distracted. Okay, and when they're distracted, they forget. I mean, this has probably happened to you. You got something in the mail, and you thought, wow, that's a great offer. I want to take care of that. You put it on your desk, and then the phone rings, or a commercial comes on TV, or the next stack of mail comes in, or an email comes in, all those things. All of a sudden, pretty soon, you forget about that offer. Okay, and look, I'm barely into my 50s, and I can't remember what I did yesterday, or probably even earlier today. So how do you expect your clientele to remember you all the time with all these distractions going on? Okay, and it's possible another offer comes along between now and the time they were going to come in from a competitor, and they got a better offer. You don't want that to happen. So what you want to do is you want to give them a sense of urgency. In other words, respond now. Take action now, not later, now. So how do you do that? Well, you simply add a deadline to your offer. Okay, and there's several types of deadlines, and we're going to cover a couple of them here. The first is an expiration date. Okay, expiration dates can come in various forms. One is a very specific calendar date, that this is when it expires. Others is it's only good for the next 7 days that when you receive this. Again, depends on the type of what kind of media that you're using, whether it's internet or if it's using if it's email or print or things like that. But you're going to have a deadline. Now, here's my suggestion: keep your deadline as tight as possible, because again, if you let them go too long, other stuff's going to get piled up in the way with those distractions. So you want to cut as close as you possibly can for that person. So if you're sending out a mailer and you're sending it out first class, you know the day it's going to go out and you have a really good idea of when it's actually going to hit the mailbox, why not only go maybe 7 to 10 days from the time that that mail is supposed to actually hit that mailbox? That way when they look at it, they see it, they have to respond now, not later, okay? And here's the reality of it. Even if you had a 3-month deadline on some marketing, the majority of your response is going to come within the first week or two. And that's the truth. If you've ever done that before, when, let's say, if you use Valpak or Money Mailer or maybe even a high school program, if you've ever done anything like that, your response is going to come right away, because that's when they're seeing it. People don't look and keep that stuff around for very long. They look through it, they page through it, they see it, they act on it, and then they go. That's where the majority of response is. So you might as well, have the double whammy. You're going to get the majority response in the very beginning, make the deadline tighter, and give them that oomph to go and come in right now. But let me back up here a little bit. If your offer is crappy, if you got a really wimpy offer and it's not a good offer, it doesn't matter what your expiration date is. They're not excited enough to come in now. They're not going to be excited 3 months from now. Okay, make sure that you have a kick-butt offer on there, and that's where your deadline is now going to take hold, and they're really going to pay attention to it. Okay, so that's a deadline by date. Another one you can do is by scarcity. In other words, there's only so much of this available. So it's for the first 17 people to either stop in or call and set up an appointment. We're going to give you this kick-butt offer. Or if you're giving away a gift with a purchase, we only have 14 coffee mugs left. So only the next 14 people to take advantage of this offer will get the coffee mug. Or maybe it's you're just trying to fill out your schedule for that week. And maybe it's, look, I only have time to fit 3 more of these services in this week. So you need to call now to get your appointment. See, that's scarcity. See, when it's gone, it's gone. Now, let me tell you this. If you refuse or forget to put a deadline in your ad, you don't have an ad. Okay? You've cut through the clutter, hopefully, but if you don't have a deadline on there, you don't have an ad, because there's no reason why they need to come in now versus later. Okay? Now, the other answer to what is the right time, because remember, it's right message in front of the right crowd at the right time. The other answer to that is all the time. Not right now, like I told you before. I'm talking about all the time is the right time. Okay? And what I mean by that is you need to always be marketing. Okay? If you want to be successful with marketing, you can't just send one marketing piece out there and expect you to have a constant, predictable stream of marketing of customers coming through your door. No, it's a constant effort. It's a continual thing of marketing over and over and over again. Because remember, we don't have that crystal ball, okay? And if you send out a marketing message, and let's just say it's direct mail, because I happen to be a big fan of direct mail, but let's say you send out 500 letters, and you have, let's say, 50 people come in. Let's say you get a 10% response, which is entirely possible when you're marketing to your own people. Now, when you're marketing to get new people in the door, good luck with that, okay? But it's entirely possible if you have a good offer to your people that you're going to get a 10% response. So let's say you send out 500 and 50 of them come back. That means 450 people did not respond, okay? Did they say no, or did they say not right now? Okay, that's the thing to kind of pay attention. Did they say no? I'm going to say they say not right now. because again, people get distracted and they forget what came in 2 weeks ago, so they may forget about the thing. But the fact that they didn't come in now does not mean that next month they're not going to be ready. So that's why you want to continually be marketing, not just send out one marketing piece. I want you to send out a marketing piece and another one and another one and another one, and use all kinds of media. Use the internet, use email, use text messaging, use voice broadcast, telephone, all those kinds of things, and stay in contact with your best crowd, which is your current customers. Okay, that's really what we want to be focusing on. Okay. So there you have it. We've covered all three things: putting the right message in front of the right crowd at the right time. That's going to do it for all that. But you know what? There's so much more we didn't cover yet. I'm going to be doing more and more videos as we go, but look, I'm sure you have a specific thing that you want to pay attention to, that you need help with. And we are here for a very limited time. See, there's my scarcity thing, but it's true. There's only so much time that we have to talk with shop owners on the phone and answer the questions. So again, down below this video is a great time right now is a great time to fill that out if you'd like to ask some questions, because we have the best and brightest shop owners available to answer questions for you. Okay, and we've already gotten a tremendous response to that offer, so there's only so much time left, and the schedule's filling up pretty quickly, because again, these guys are running their own businesses, but they're willing to talk with you as well. And look, there's no cost to talk to them. There's only great value in getting your answers to your questions. And again, that can be anything that comes into running a very effective auto repair shop. So any questions, marketing, operations, hiring customers, anything you need, we'll be happy to answer it for you. Okay, so take advantage of it right now while it's free, because the value on this is, well, heck, it's invaluable if we give you the right answer to the problem that you're having right now, or give you a good suggestion that you're going to be able to take advantage of. So go ahead and take care of that. Okay, we're ready, willing, and able to help you. I hope to get a chance to personally help you. My name is Ron Ipack. I'm hoping you're enjoying these videos. Stay tuned. There's going to be more to come. Go down below, fill out that form, and we can talk. If not, I'll see you on the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.